it's a bit of a mess in here, man. We just moved to this new spot, and I got a washer and dryer in here that I'm trying to get rid of. And then we got just a couple things that just kind of got shoved in here because they had to. So that is a little bit frustrating, but it's okay. It's okay because, things change and we have to be able to adapt at all times. We can't allow anything to hold us back and give us what we feel are valid reasons to make excuses. We have to just, persevere. But it is a little bit harder to pack orders and to do all of that stuff that, needs to be done brand wise. But it is what it is. When you guys are seeing this video, at some point I'm going to stop kind of saying this and like foreshadowing and saying, oh, you're seeing this 30 days later, 90 days later. I'm going to stop saying that eventually. Once I get into the flow, since this is only my third video, I don't really have it figured out. Something that I've always done is start things, and I'm really good at starting things, and I'm really good at sitting down and having a plan, but I struggle with execution. I struggle with the ability to, not the ability, because I have the ability, the determination to follow through and the determination to finish what I start and follow through with the things that I say I'm going to change, the disciplines that I'm going to have. I'll write out a whole plan of, okay, here's all the things I need to fix. And then I will maybe do them a little bit, and then I'll stop and I'll fall off, and it just sucks. You know what I mean? Because it's like a downward spiral, whether it's something with eating or a bad habit or lack of taking care of my body and lack of working out. Doesn't matter. I've experienced falling into the trap of dabbling in things like I'll dabble in something like, let's just say food for an example, but it happens in so many different areas. But food is easy because I feel like so many people relate to that. I'm very gluttonous. I have a craving, and I feed that craving sometimes, and it'll be like, oh, just a cookie. And if let's say I'm eating healthy, and then it's like, okay, I'll just have a corner of this thing, and then I'll get a full bite, or I'll have some banana pudding, or I'll have, something sweet that is around me. And then I will enter a downward spiral of throwing away everything that I have tried to change. And I don't know why. It's very immature of me. It is not something that I feel like adults shouldn't live like that. If you're an adult, you should be a person that can follow through on the things that you say you're going to change, and you should be a consistent and very disciplined person. Like, that's a part of being an adult, and especially when you're married, and then especially when you're a parent, your responsibilities become very, very important, that you take care of them, because there's other people relying on you to follow through other than yourself. And it's the first time in my life that I have my wife, my son, and my dog all relying on me to kind of get my life together, you know what I mean? And in time, I've put a lot of pressure on myself, and I try to get things right, and I try to sit and plan and think of the master plan and figure it all out, and okay, I'm going to change all this, and I try to change so much so quick because I really do want to, but I keep trying to do it with my own might and my own power, so something that in these 90 days, which right now I don't even know if the 90 days, I don't even know where this is going to lead. I don't know if what I'm saying is significant. I don't know if what I'm doing is even the right thing, but what I hope happens is in these first 90 days, I hope that I can build discipline and be a person that allows God to do what he's going to do and trust him, because I'm not good at that. You know what I mean? And I want to surrender more. And I know that maybe making videos and posting about stuff, maybe that's like me contradicting myself. But I don't know, man. It's difficult to navigate in this life, because it's like, what am I supposed to be doing? I feel like this is right, or I feel like this is wrong, and then maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I need to provide for my family, and I need to make sure I'm being a good child of God, and I'm serving others, and I'm giving back, and I'm also building something for our future, and like it's so many different things to think about as a young man, and it's difficult to navigate in this world. It really is, because there's so many things that can take our attention. There's so many ideologies that we can download and say, this is what I believe in, and if you're against that, then you're so evil, or you're racist, or you hate everybody, or you are whatever, like, label. That's how we get labels, and I don't want to have a label on myself. I want, if anything, I want the label to be like a child of God. Like, I want to do good, and I want to spread the good news, and but I also want to believe in it for myself, and I want to have that in my heart, and I want to live my life like it. I don't just want to say it, but it's difficult because my flesh has a hold on me. You know what I mean? And it's difficult to know the right things to do, but then also to follow through when you do know the right things to do, and when God shows you, hey, stop doing this. There'll be consequences for that, and then you do it, and you almost like look in God's face and be like, oh, did you see me? You know what I mean? And it's like, yes, he's seen you do it, and he's giving you the exit, he's giving you the way out, and you have to like follow through with it and see it through and trust in his plan. And it's hard to do that. So capturing the journey for me is a big thing, and maybe it's for my ego to feel like I'm important enough to film it, or something. I don't know. It could be, and maybe I get deep into being consistent, and I realize I'm going the wrong way, and I realize, hey, none of these videos I'm gonna drop, or I need to stop recording, or I need to stop trying to put myself on social media. Like, maybe I just need to shut up and like read, and shut up and build, and shut up and just shut up. Maybe because I've been talking for a long time. I've been trying to do podcasts. I've been doing social media stuff, or been in that environment. And maybe it's time for me to not do it. Maybe it's time for me to do the things that are really important in life. And it's not chasing fame, or chasing a big brand, or chasing a big business opportunity, or chasing the next big opportunity or thing that's supposed to change everything. Like, I don't really know if it's about that anymore, and maybe I led my life with that too much, but now it's more like I'm thinking about my family right now and what is best for them. And I still struggle with my own flesh of doing things that are selfish, or having selfish desires, and wanting to do things out of selfish ambition that is maybe only going to help me, and not help other people, or not help my family. Or maybe it sets my family back because I have something that I want to do, or something that I want to eat, or something that I want to have, or time that I want to have to myself, or whatever. And it's like, I need to get better at sacrificing myself for others, and especially for my family. And it's not easy, bro. It's not like I'm sitting here saying this out of, hey guys, I figured it out. It's me saying it because I realize it, and I suck, bro. I suck. Like, I'm struggling so bad right now with, and maybe that's the cool thing about these videos, is because it's not like, oh, boom, I'm uploading this and this is how I feel today. So if somebody's seen it and they see me in person, they're like, yeah, I seen your video from this morning, bro. That's what's happening. It's like, no, you're seeing everything from 90 days ago. Like, I'm chilling now, or this other thing has happened, but these videos are rolling out to, it's almost like, I don't know, man. I might not even do it because it is what it is. But, yeah. I don't know, man. I really don't know what it leads to. I also am trying to figure out what's important, and that's what I'm trying with, like, routines, and trying to like set aside ways that I do things, and like operating systems to make things easy. So I know when I do this inside, like, I'm saying being a dad, I have a lot less time than I used to screw off a lot of time. I used to do nothing with my time. And now when I do nothing with my time, I really feel the effects because having a son that is so young, I can't go and do all of the things that I was doing like sporadically before, whether it's for work or for anything. I have to be very intentional, and I haven't been great at it, but it has made me realize, and I think that that's growth. But excuse me, it's made me realize how intentional I need to be with every single thing that I'm spending my time doing. Every time that I'm outside by myself, what am I doing? Is it something to improve something? Is it to clear my head? Is it something productive? Is it something that's affecting my family time? Like, everything that I do now, I need to do with intention. Not to say that I need to be perfect from here on out and spend my time always doing something precise. Like, yes, I can chill, but don't lollygag to do things. You know what I mean? If I have a task to do with my business, I need to do it. That's something I've sucked at, dude. I've had a lot of complaints as far as response to people's email, and it's because I suck at like being consistent in every single morning, following through, and then continuing to follow through my email throughout the day, because I'll email somebody and then not email them back till the next morning, or if it ends up being Sunday and then I get mixed around and then I don't get back to them until Monday, it's like they went 48 hours without hearing back about a return, and there's just like little things that I need to get better at, and having things organized and more SOPs, as I was saying, what I feel that will help me get at least know where I'm wasting my time, and also help me speed up the things when they have systems. Like, I know what this will take. I know what it takes for me to go pack orders because I know how long it takes, and this is the SOP that we follow to get that done. Just in case, let's say somebody had to fill in for me, I hand them a sheet of paper. It says, hey, this is how you do it, and how do I do it for my business is specific to my business. I can take random SOPs, but then I put it into my system, and it's not, I don't have another person helping with this or X, Y, and Z. I'm doing it by myself. So I have to figure out how to actually run a business and think in the long term, because I'm a very short term, and I blame social media for this, as well as for my my lack of discipline of seeking more knowledge and more long form content. But our attention spans are cooked. So it is hard for me to plan for my brand or my business for drops and different events and inventory. It's hard for me to plan 9 months out because my brain goes in TikTok. You know what I mean? Like that's how I think. And I want to overcome that because I hate it, bro. I really hate it. And I don't think that has longevity anyway. I think what has longevity is realness and authenticity. And I mean, that's why I think streaming is so big right now, is because it's just forever long, 6-hour long stream, 4-hour long stream, but you're seeing the realness of that situation. There's no cuts and edits and after effects, and there's none of that. It's just real raw footage. And I've always liked that, and I've always created it. That's why I suck at creating content for myself, because when I do it, I'm not good at the edits. I'm good at being authentic. I'm good at being myself and sharing and oversharing and yapping too much and probably letting people in on stuff that they shouldn't know about my business, or how much money I made in a drop, or certain things that like we're not supposed to talk about. I don't know, man. I'm going to cut this video off here because this camera is about to die, and I need to get some more things organized, and I need to go get the baby from my wife so, she can do her stuff and handle her things. But I appreciate you guys tuning in to this video. I still got to work out today. What I did start today is counting my macros, and what I've realized today, I've eaten like crap. Not a bunch of junk, but just like unnecessary things. But now that I'm starting to track different areas, I also am trying to start tracking my workouts and my day, and like how productive I'm being within my day. Like, am I reading? Am I working? What am I getting done? How much time am I wasting? I'm trying to just track right now. I'm not trying to perfect. I'm just trying to track to see everything that's going on, That way I can take an overview and say, what did I eat? What did I do activity wise? How much time did I sleep? How much time did I do this? How many calories did I burn? And then how do I feel? And be able to make adjustments, like almost like a machine. Like, okay, the machine has a clog here. What if we put oil here and we run it here? Did it work? Okay, boom. It didn't. Okay, we got to change this. Boom, it worked. And now it's going. How do we make it flow better? How do we add this other thing that makes it faster and better and these other systems? So at the same time as I'm trying to systemize my entire life to be more organized, I'm also trying to be present, which is difficult, all in one, because I feel like as a business owner, as a husband, being responsible, I feel like I need to be organized, but I also need to be in the moment. And then I also need to surrender and not have these things that I think, oh, I need to do this and I need to do this. Whatever I think is good for me. The camera died on me outside, and I don't know exactly where it ended right now, but I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say what I wanted to say. I created this sheet today, and I'll probably show you guys this sheet tomorrow or something in more detail. I still got some kinks, but it's just to help me stop wasting time, to help me look at what am I spending my time doing. Obviously I can try to remember it and recap it at the end of the day. But if I'm just writing it down, like, what am I eating? What am I watching? What am I listening to? What am I reading? What am I doing with my time? What time am I waking up? Not giving myself some strict routine to change my life, but doing something to keep track of what I'm naturally doing, and then the changes that I'm actually trying to make, like keeping track of, okay, well, how many times did you go to the gym? Well, you went this many times, but you're eating this and you feel like this and your knees hurting, and it's because you only did 10 minutes of mobility. Or, I want to start, it's like doing inventory. I want to start doing inventory on myself, and, you know, why do I feel like this? Why do I do this? Why do I have these habits? And build new ones and be in control of my choices, because that's an important thing. But that's the end of today's video, man. We are figuring it out as we're going. It's a journey, it's a process. I don't even know necessarily what the end goal is, and I think I'll figure it out soon. Like I'll be organized enough pretty soon. I just got my whole closet organized. I think that's such a big part, having all your boxers in one spot and all your shorts in one spot, having all that stuff handled and organized. I gotta go feed this guy. But yeah, man, such a blessing. Such a blessing to be able, like, to have the opportunity to still change and still create something and still build, And I do feel like I need to be in a hurry and hurry up and figure it out. I'm in a bit of a time crunch, but also it's like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so go through the process. Don't rush it. But yeah, appreciate you guys, man. See you tomorrow.